Well, the nature of a forecast is an educated guess. Isn't that better than being cautious and unprepared?
I didn't understand this question, pardon. Could you repeat it, please?
Yes, I said the nature of a forecast is an educated guess. And is that better, in your opinion, than being cautious and unprepared?
I think we have to see that the WHO is transparently working, and that the interest between the public interest on one side and the economic interest are that they are separated. And we have to make recommendations. Our governments have to go to WHO and have to be in the World Health Assembly. They have to tell WHO how to work better and with higher quality in future.
Okay, one last question, Dr. Vodarg. What's the Council of Europe going to do to get answers from drugs firms on this?
We try to investigate how this happened, how this false alarm happened twice, and we try to investigate and to find out what structures we need that we can start to rely on our institutions. It's not only the WHO, it's also the national institutions. Many of us, in many states, there were national institutions that just followed what WHO said, and they continued even telling us that there may be a second wave, although some other institutions already had found out and had documented that, for instance, in Australia, where the winter is long over, there has been none, and there is no scientific evidence for a second wave, so they continue selling their drugs, and WHO helps them, and some national institutes do this too. And it is irresponsible, it's unresponsible, because people are vaccinated without and needlessly. And it makes a damage to people. There may be side effects, and it costs a lot of money, but I think the side effects and the giving children to vaccination, which is not necessary, when it's even not proved that the vaccinations of children help something, and the vaccines are not tested with children. So there's so many things happening, and WHO is just covering all this and saying this is a good thing. It's incredible what's happening.
All right, well, thank you very much, Dr. Wolfgang Vodarg, who heads the Health Committee at the Council of Europe. Hopefully we'll find some answers to those questions.
So the guy who chairs the whole European Health Department for the EU says, we've been lied to a couple times. And I'll ask you, my famous one, did you follow the money? Now you find out the people at the WHO that made the decisions pocketed millions? Boy, that's just like that guy that won the, what is it? The thing with Al Gore, that's right, he's a Nobel Prize winner. He's pocketing millions on this global warming hoax. All right, just wanted to let you know that. Just had to let you at least do some of your own research, look it for yourself. I've got another quote, or a quote. I always like to give you quotes and stuff. Here's this one. You tell me who said it. And think about the words as I read them, okay? Of course, the people don't want war. But after all, it's the leaders of the country who determine the policy. And it's always a simple matter to drag the people along, whether it's a democracy, a fascist dictatorship, or a parliament, or a communist dictatorship. Voice or no voice, the people can always be brought to the bidding of the leaders. That is easy. All you have to do, and this is important, catch this part here, all you have to do is tell them that they're being attacked and denounce the pacifists for lack of patriotism. Didn't we see that? And exposing the country to greater danger. Think about 9/11. When people said, ask questions, something's not right. This doesn't seem right. The whole thing's full of lies. Look at all the people who are making money. Gee, they're a bunch of scumbags. What did they say? You're asking questions about 9/11? You're unpatriotic. You're not for America. If you're not with us, you're with the terrorists. Remember that guy? Okay, well, let me tell you who made this quote and where. That was from Hermann Göring. And that was during, do you remember those trials, those Nuremberg trials? So did you listen to what I said? Did it make any sense to you? Are you seeing the programming? Do you see the media manipulation? Here's a little piece, only because I'm wearing my Building 7 shirt, and I want you to think, what was in this Building 7? Yeah, part of the World Trade Complex, right, was one of the buildings. It was a football field or two away from the ones that collapsed, but what was in it? Was the CIA in that building? Was that the largest building to house CIA employees outside of Langley, Virginia? Building 7. Do you ever watch the credits at the end of the show? Building 7. You should watch them because I show you Building 7 at the end of every show. So anyway, who else was housed in there? Did the SEC, that's the Security and Exchange Commission, did they keep the records for the Enron investigation in Building 7? What about WorldCom? Was the greatest, ripoff of Wall Street? Remember, it was Bernie Madoff who started the NASDAQ, but the NASDAQ lost $7 trillion during that dot-com bubble. Where did all those records go? Were they housed in Building 7? Who benefited? So here's a little piece. This is 9/11 in 9 minutes.
Windsor Tower office fire, February 12, 2005, Madrid, Spain. 32-story building gutted by fire. The fire burned for almost 24 hours. The building did not collapse. Park Central Tower fire, October 18, 2004, Caracas, Venezuela. Fires destroyed the top 20 floors of the 50-floor building. The fire burned for 17 hours, but the building did not collapse. Mandarin Hotel fire, February 9, 2009, Beijing, China. A 44-story luxury hotel gutted by fire. The fire burned for 5 hours. Still, the building did not collapse. World Trade Center number 7, September 11, 2001, New York City. A 47-story building with several fires on lower floors. The fires burned for 9 hours. This building was not struck by any aircraft. The collapse of World Trade Center number 7. At 5:20 in the afternoon on 9/11, this building completely and symmetrically collapsed to the ground into its own footprint in 7 seconds. Next, we will show a few controlled demolitions of buildings compared to the collapse of World Trade Center number 7. Notice any similarities?